the latest development with regards to the NEET examinations. The CBI has already taken over the 5 cases pertaining to alleged malpractices in NEET UG in Bihar, Gujarat as well as in Rajasthan. A team of the CBI which has reached Patna on Monday may take those arrested in NEET UG paper Rao leak case to New Delhi for questioning. They are in fact likely to collect evidence from Bihar's Economic Offences Unit in the case, which earlier found burnt papers with 68 questions matching the original exam paper shared by the National Testing Agency. For over a month, Bihar Police's Economic Offences Unit has revealed the extent of the breach, unravelling a sophisticated criminal network operating across state lines. So far, 18 odd people have been arrested, but the masterminds are still at large.
Gross irregularities have come up in the manner in which these question papers were actually transported after being printed in Ranchi. They were sent to all the way to Hazaribagh, where there were 5 centers which were conducting the NEET exams. In this case, the duty of transporting the question papers was given to the Blue Dart company, the company that you see right behind me. Now, it was just one single driver that had come all the way from Ranchi, approximately 120 kilometers away from the spot at which we are standing, all by himself. He comes up over here. He was supposed to drop the question papers at the SBI branch that is playing the role of a strong room in this entire matter. This is the SOP. But what did the driver do? The driver came over here and dropped the question papers over here at the Blue Dart office over here, which means that the SOPs that were put in place that were not followed. You can see in the visuals over here that the question papers of one of the most toughest and one of the most competitive exams were just put out over here, and from here there was no one that could have had access to these question papers, or there was no one that was overlooking these question papers for the longest period of time. Post that, since the question papers were dropped over here without any prior notice, the Blue Dart company employees decided to deliver these question papers to the exact location. The exact location being the SBI strong room that has been made over here in Hazaribagh. Now, what happened over there? As soon as they saw that the question papers have been dropped over here, the driver refused to go ahead and give those question papers to the SBI branch. The employees over here stopped a random e-rickshaw on the road, and it is through that e-rickshaw, the battery rickshaw, that these question papers were eventually delivered. CNN News 18 continues to investigate the paper leak that happened during the NEET examinations in May 2024. Now our investigation has brought us to Hazaribagh, because it has been established that the question paper, the burnt question paper that was found in the safe house in Patna, that burnt question paper was supposed to be at a center out here in Hazaribagh. Currently, I am reporting from the State Bank of India branch out here in Hazaribagh. This State Bank of India branch was supposed to play the role of a safe house. Now remember, the SOP that is followed to transport these question papers all the way from the point that it is printed safely to the center is of the NTA, and there are SOPs that have been put in place. Now the SOP actually suggests that once the question papers are printed out, they are sealed in metal trunks, put in carton boxes, and through those carton boxes it is sent to the safe house of that area. The safe house of that area this time around is the State Bank of India branch that you are seeing on your screens right now. And from the State Bank of India branch, on the morning of the examination, that is on the 5th of May, the question papers actually reached the center at approximately 7:30 to 8 AM. Post that, the question papers were opened in front of the students and the question papers were distributed, and the exams were conducted in a free and fair manner. Now, the question arises that where did this actual leak happen? Now, in our investigation, it has very clearly been stated, or it has come up, that once the question papers were printed, instead of sending those question papers over here to Hazaribagh in front of an official of an NTA and in front of the police, the person who delivered these question papers was none other than but just a cab driver of the delivery agencies, that is Blue Dart Delivery Agency in this case. We saw that there was an alleged paper leak that happened. The question paper that was found on the ground, the serial number of the question paper was traced back to your school.
We came to know about this incident by the media agencies. Okay, on 21st of this month, EOU unit of Patna, they approached us and inquired about the whole incident. They said that they found a partially burnt paper there in Patna. In some warehouse. Okay, and when we inquired, we found that the serial number matched matched to the center or in our school.
What is the SOP? Because if you say that nothing happened over here, something must have happened during the route. What is the SOP that is followed for question papers to be brought to the centers before it is given to children? And from where did these question papers originate? Where did these question papers actually get printed out?
Actually, I have no idea where these question papers are printed out. As far as we know, as I was one of the person accompanying the EOU officers and the local SHO of our Thana. Okay, we went to different places. For example, we went to the bank, different centers, and also the transport agency. We came to know along the transport agency by the workers that there was a truck of the network that took the question papers from Ranchi and reached Hazaribagh by on 3rd of May. Okay, when asked by the EOU officers that who were accompanying in the truck along with the question packets, they said none except the truck driver.
Is this normal?
No, this is not normal. Actually, the SOP is that whenever question packets travel, it has to be traveled in a sealed container along with an official and security.
And staying with the same headline, the political blame game has already erupted over the NEET UG row. The politics over the NEET examination and the paper leak scam continues to escalate even further. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has now returned to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, asking him to quote-unquote abolish the NEET examination. The Trinamool Congress's leader asked Prime Minister Modi to revert to the system of conducting the exam by states in the wake of the paper leak row. In the letter to the Prime Minister, Mamata also called for strong action against those involved in the alleged irregularities in the NEET UG examination. Look at a couple of political reactions now also coming in.
धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जी ने हमेशा इस विषय को रखा है कि इस विषय में जांच की जा रही है और जो भी दोषी होगा उसे सजा मिलेगी। सीबीआई की जांच की मांग से लेकर सभी जांचों के लिए सरकार तैयार है और माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में भ्रष्टाचार नाम की और इस तरह की अनियमितताओं की कोई गुंजाइश नहीं है। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है छात्रों के साथ भी न्याय होगा। मैं एक चिकित्सा विज्ञान का छात्र रहा हूं तो मैं समझता हूं किसी के साथ अन्याय नहीं होगा। मोदी राज है।
मैं समझता हूं ये बहुत ही बड़ा सख्त जुल्म है उन बच्चों पे, बेहद जुल्म है जिन्हें क्वालिफाई किया और क्वालिफाई किया पढ़कर। कोई अखबार पेपर खरीदा नहीं। आज उनको फिर से इस मुसीबत पर डालना पड़ेगा। मगर सारे हिंदुस्तान में आप नया इम्तहान करेंगे। इसीलिए तो आपने देखा पहले भी तमिलनाडु में कितना नीट के खिलाफ एहतजाज हुआ था कि हम नहीं चाहते ये नीट हो। हर रियासत में अपना हक होना चाहिए, वो अपने इम्तहान करे, उसमें काबू होगा। ये सारे हिंदुस्तान का इम्तहान करना कोई आसान बात नहीं है। उसको फिर रिपीट करना मैं समझता हूँ